deal with, because they used to say, it's an old saying that the old times used to say. They used to say the revolution will not be televised. See, so and what that meant is that the type of truth we're talking about won't be on TV, won't be on 22, on CNN. It's going to be like we're doing from word of mouth.
Praise Yah. Hallelujah. It's your boy Yahudah. And I'm back with another episode of Word of Mouth. Appreciate everybody for tuning in the midst of your coming and going. I appreciate you. If it was morning, evening, or night, I appreciate you. In the midst of your coming and going, I appreciate you stopping by. I have a very special episode of Word of Mouth for you tonight. We're going to do a little Torah talk, open discussion. We're going to go over a few things. I might have a few guests to stop by. Shout out to Rafa Allah, Yasha Allah, Rafa Allah, A author. We got a huge podcast video dropping for you tomorrow, 8/16/26, 7 p.m. Make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be really nice. Then I'm following up the next day, Tebi Zalingo, 8/17/26. Tebi Zalingo doing the testimony video. So I got a lot of content coming for you guys, a lot of information. You're going to want to stay tuned. I got a lot of music coming on the way. I got a lot of projects. I want you guys to tune in. Today, we're doing a Torah Talk open discussion. This is the segment where anyone is welcome to join. If you want to join and chime in on the topic, you can request to join live with me. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. If you want to support the page, check me out on YouTube, YAHUUDAH, Yahudah. Wire Surgery on Facebook. Give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. All of the information that's going to be coming out here in the near future is going to be all word of mouth, guys. If you want reliable information, you're going to want to subscribe. You're going to want to turn on notifications and all of these things, because you're not going to want to miss out on this stuff. Okay, I'm I might have a visitor here, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Because we're doing Torah Talk, guys. Open discussion. And it's a couple things that I want to bring up today. Let's see. Might have a guest here, guys. Yo. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. It's your boy Yahudah. And I got a special guest for you guys today. So we're gonna wait and see. Because right now we got a guest and the communication is getting broke up. we're gonna be patient, guys, and we're gonna see. Because I got a lot to talk about today. Guys. We're gonna see if the guests are gonna join. But in the midst of the guests joining, I want everybody to support all of my guests. If you support me, support my guests, support all of the supporters. Comment, like, share on YouTube, subscribe. There's a lot of information that's going to be coming out. I don't want you to miss none of this goodness. I don't want you guys to miss none of this goodness. We got so one of the things that I want to go over is keeping the commandments, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Why is this important? You know, what's the benefits of it? You know, are there any cons? What's the pros and cons? If you was to ask me, are there any cons to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? I'll say no. So sometimes I guess it depends on who you're asking. I see all pros. I see all advantages. I see all positivity. I see no negative when it comes to the law, statutes, and commandments. I see lifestyle. Some people is comfortable and set in their ways in the lifestyle that they're living right now. So a lot of people they don't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments because it won't allow them to live their wicked lifestyle. So I can understand why a lot of people don't want to do it. But I see all of the positives. It's kind of like when a person is in the depths of their addiction, they don't see that this trip to the rehab and this intervention, they don't see the importance of it in the midst of their addiction. We're in the midst of our transgression. We're in the midst of our addiction. That's why the laws, the statutes, and commandments look like something that you don't want to see. But that's the medicine. That's what we need. And everybody else that's clean, they can see why you need this, but the addict don't see it. We're addicts. We're addicts to idol worship. We're addicts to alternative lifestyle. We're addicts to killing each other. We're addicts to eating abomination. So we became addicted to all of this sin and transgression and lawlessness. Because a lot of people be like, I'm a rebel. Yeah, but who are you rebelling against? If you're a rebel, that means you're going against the rule. You're going against the law. You're rebelling against something. Now, you got people who rebel against the system. But then you got people who rebel against Yah. Who are you? Okay, I'm going to send you another one. I'm going to send you another one to see if this happens, see if this works. I'm trying to do a testing on this as well. Now, I had a lot of situations where, yo, how you doing?
Shalom, shalom. How you doing?
Shalom, shalom. You know, a lot of times when I try to have people join my lives, I have a lot of problems. So, in the midst of this, say it again.
That's the enemy trying to keep the truth out. That's all it is.
That's the enemy trying to keep the truth out.
Right.
But you know, right now it's working. So praise y'all to that. I really appreciate you taking time out to join. In the midst of this this special episode of Word of Mouth concerning keeping the commandments, I have other things I want to talk about, but it's a few things I want to talk about. But this is pretty much the segment where I have people join on, people, because a lot of times when I do my videos, they're not videos where people can join. I'm doing a specific topic and I'm locked in on that. But I like to have segments where I allow people to chime in and I can interact and attempt to gather with my brothers and sisters. Because one of my biggest messages, if you're watching this video right now, if it's one thing you walk away with, I just want you guys to know that I look at all of our people as one. And one of my biggest messages is to gather together, to come together. We might not see eye to eye on everything, but let's meet at the law, statutes, and commandments. Let's grow. Let's learn each other over again. That's like in my last video, I was saying we got to wash away the brainwashing and we have to relearn the truth. We've been taught lies. Now for there's somebody on YouTube right now that's viewing. Whoever's viewing, I really appreciate you coming through. I pray that the Most High increase you and your family. Thank you very much. But on the last video, it was a special on that they're lied. We've been lied to. We've been lied to our whole lives. So and right now we're in the age of technology. We're in the age of starting to understand knowledge of self, getting to know who we are, understanding who we are again. So, in this special episode here, when we're talking about keep the commandments, this is very important information. We're in the time right now, guys, where it's a huge debate. Should we keep the commandments, or is the commandments done away with? We got a lot of people saying we don't even have to keep them anymore. Have you heard that?
Have I heard where we are in the land of our oppressors, so we shouldn't have to worry about keeping the commandments, the feast days, and none of that. I've heard that several times, and I kind of laughed to myself. I'm like, okay, then why did Yahuwah tell us to keep this out of our generations? Because he knew we're going to encounter people from different communities, different nations, and we're going to try to go with the flow. Our forefathers did it 1,000 years ago. They were never content about the laws and statutes of the Most High. Wow. They were never content about being set apart. They wanted to integrate. And when you integrate too much, you lose sense of self. He chose us to be a particular people, a peculiar people. Wow. So when I hear that, I'm like, you know what? Then what makes you different than the heathen? Wow. What makes you different? If you can do away with the law, and let's be honest, a lot of the let's go back to the so-called 10 Commandments. Those are universal laws. Universal. Anybody outside can use them, but there's laws and statute ordinance that keep us in line. Because we've learned time and time again, as we try to integrate, try to make people. Our biggest issue in our people, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care how my brothers feel like, we want everybody to like us. I want people to like us so bad. Like me. I'm not like the other ones. I'm not like this. I'm like that. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're not like the other ones. When you're a child of the Most High, you're not like the other ones. You never will be. It's engraved in you from the time you were born. It's in your DNA. It's in your blood. It's in the hair follicles all the way down to your toenails. You're not going to be like everybody else. Why would I want to sit there and eat with the chickens when I'm meant to fly with the eagles? Make it make sense. So, and every time we as a nation go against the laws of the Most High, we get spanked.
And let me do this for all the viewers out there. I have another viewer on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you very much. Please stay tuned. I have a lot for you guys, a lot of information. Now, I have my viewer over here on Facebook, guys. For all of my YouTube people, you might not be able to see the person, but you can hear them. If you want to see them, go over to Facebook and look me up on Wise, WIZESIRDRE, Wise Sir Dre, and you'll be able to see her. So what I want to do is I want to take a step back. Could you please introduce yourself to the viewers, please?
Okay. Well, shalom to my beautiful family. My name is Courtney Billy Tedivi, also known as Sister Yadoa Israel. My beautiful brother here asked me to join. Forgive me, the children are sons in the background that are having their little moment, but asked me, to join in. It's an honor and a pleasure to meet this wonderful brother, and this ain't for play.
This ain't for play, y'all.
Time's over with now, brothers and sisters, and we didn't had too much PTO.
And
too much PTO. Time to start. Hey, we didn't cash in enough. Now it's time to get back to work.
First of all, I really appreciate you for joining. Thank you very much. To take time out of your, you dealing with your children. I really appreciate that. For all of the word of mouth supporters, she's on the comments here on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, she's on the comments here. Please go and give her a like and a follow. She has a lot of content and things that's going to be coming out too. She spread the truth as well. It's a collective thing, guys. So make sure you guys support her. Also, I want to say this as well. I want you to take what she's doing as inspiration. Don't let your children be the reason why you don't do something. Don't be like, oh, the kid's going to be loud. I don't want to do it. Don't worry about that. Because guess what? The kids need to hear this word too.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. So let me ask you, what's your stance on the law, statutes, and commandments?
I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I try to abide by them as much as I can. And also, I make sure that my children understand the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. I think every nation on earth has their own marker, their own identifier, and the Most High just gave us ours, and that's the laws and statutes. It keeps us. It's not just a spiritual law, it's also a law of nature for us. As the laws we have, with our sisters where they're having them monthly, not to be around them. Science, actually, as many times science has proven the laws and statutes and things and we abide by to be true. Just like when they say after 8 days, you circumcise your boy. We know after the 8th day, the vitamins in the body and all the minerals in the body are there for healing after 8 days. So it makes sense after the 8th day to circumcise your boy so he's able to get, he can heal faster. Menstruation laws. Who wants to lay that, how are we supposed to separate ourselves from our men during that time? It's not just a spiritual thing, it's also physical. Blood among us, we're not supposed to be eating, in our law thing, we're not supposed to eat blood. So why would you lay with your ish during her monthly, her flower? It's out of order. That's mixing life and death. That's the good thing about the laws. It puts that separation between what can give you life and what will bring you death. And that's why we need to understand this, is that We are not going to be welcomed by everybody. We were meant to walk above, and it's not to be arrogant. We're meant to walk. We're not meant to walk behind. We're meant to walk forward. So keeping these, keeping the feast days, keeping the Shabbat, marital laws, is not about repetition. It's truth. People say that our system, our custom is tradition. No, it is truth. It is our truth. And you can tell somebody by their works. How they approach people. Even it talks about how we treat the strangers. Because the Most High knew we were going to be around different kind of people, and He didn't want us to become diluted. When you change a language, it's like translation. When you're translating one language from one to another, it loses its substance, it loses its true meaning. It's not as powerful. So imagine a people who tries to accommodate and try to integrate things that are not of us. We start diluting, we start losing our power. We had a great power. Not spookism, right. But we had a great power because we listened to the Creator. We knew what to do in these times of tyranny, the times of mourning, times of joy. And we stopped hearing them. Why? Because we're not communicating. The laws are communication. Imagine everybody can sit there, no offense to you Christian, whatever. But imagine they have the ability to talk to the sovereign Lord of the universe on a one-on-one basis. Every day. And now you can't hear them no more because you're not going through the right channels. You're not hearing them more because you don't know how to treat your wife or your husband or how to raise your children. You're letting the government system that you live within dictate who you are. The laws make us free. Commandments make us free. With our body. Not whoever's in office, not the mayor, not the food stamp office person. Because they mean nothing. We have to learn as a people, and I'm going to say it to my brothers and sisters who are throughout the four corners of earth. I say it's the best way. Stop worshiping the creation and come back to the Creator. Because nothing's better than the Grand Master. Come back to the Creator. We've been worshiping the creation for so long. We've been taking bad as good and good as bad. We're all messed up. And I choose myself, so I'm not exempt. When I was younger, I didn't appreciate it. I was 12 years old when I came to this walk. Now I'm 40. I've been in this walk for 28 years, and I didn't appreciate what I was taught until I got older and I got to see the world the way it is. It's no order. There's no sense of morality, no sense of compassion, no sense of uniqueness. The laws make us so unique. I mean, who wants to be normal? Who wants to be the same? We're not meant to be normal. Normal is boring. What we see as normal in the world is wickedness, crudeness, disgust, pestilence. It's just downright itchy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the world now. Every time I come out, I'm like, ooh, you make me itch. Make my spirit itch.
And I want you guys to really pay attention to what's being said. Really take heed. because she's putting it down. She's putting it down. She's laying it down heavy. And I want you guys to take heed. Because a lot was said just now, you know. And all of us, see, one thing about it, guys, we're all a part of the puzzle. We're all pieces of the puzzle. Now, some people feel that they're bigger pieces.
Okay.
You know, and then some of us are in wrong positions and we're not going to fit. Some of us are puzzle pieces that's trying to fit somewhere we don't fit. But what I'm saying, what I'm basically saying is, there is no, this is my mind. In my mind, there is no man, woman, and child. It's just one person. What's good for you is good for your child. Because guess what? Whatever you don't teach your child, guess who it's going to affect? You. Because when you come back as a baby, that uneducated person going to raise you. Are we thinking about that? What you did, the love you didn't give your child, they're gonna hate you. They're gonna treat you as a bad kid. What is that person gonna do to that kid? But it's your fault. But it's gonna be your reward. We gotta reevaluate how we treat each other, how we treat ourselves. We're not gonna get it on our own. We need the law, statutes, and commandments. It's like let me give you an example, guys. It's like in this example is actually what's going on. We have amnesia. We don't remember our past. But guess how merciful and thoughtful the Most High Abba Yah was. He left us clues. Life clues. You know how you have deja vu? He leave us deja vu. You might go somewhere and be like, man, this seems weird. And that weird thing is something you need to pay attention to. You remember what happened to Moses? He saw a burning bush. Now, I want you guys to understand this. Most High didn't say nothing to him until he saw the bush and investigated it. So it's just like saying you have to search for things, guys. You have to search for Yah's face. You're not going to search for it not studying. You're not going to search for it saying, I don't need any rules. I just get it myself. That's not searching. I don't want you guys to mistake natural abilities and gifts and spiritual discernment and intuition. Don't mix that up with laziness.
Yeah.
Are we lazy? Because I just want to figure out. And I want to tell you guys, I want to give you guys a huge message right now. This is very serious. Please pay attention to every single word I say to you right now. The Most High don't deal with lazy people. You're not going to get anything without studying. You're not going to get anything without searching. I'm telling you now. The Most High don't work like that. This is not some teacher you can cheat on a test and get away with it. It doesn't work like that here. Every single person has to walk their own path. That old narrow road. You know about that old narrow road?
That's right.
It ain't a lot of people there. You're gonna be lonely. Now let me ask you a question, guys. And I'm gonna ask you a question. How lonely is this life, guys? How lonely is it? Let me ask you, how lonely is this life? How many friends you lost? How many family members turned their back on you? Don't get discouraged on these things, guys. The reason why I say this, and I want you to speak on this.
Yes, brother.
I don't want you to be discouraged on these things because guess what? All of us go through it. We're no better than Moses. We're no better than Noah. We're no better than Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They went through all of this stuff. Job, will make us think we're not going to go through some stuff. Don't be discouraged. Don't stop your search. Do not abandon your search. I want you to speak upon the loneliness of this righteous walk.
Let us begin. You know, people. And when I got this walk when I was a child, so I got used to being a loner. I got used to it because you know what? Not everybody meant to come with you. Not everybody meant to come with you. Not everybody's going to hear the call. We become lazy. And I think it goes even back to us who came from a different background where we're taught I live under grace. I'm okay. No, but again, still the same way you're reading, you says faith without work is nothing. We expect, we take the Most High for granted. So as I separated, I learned, even just recently, learning that even some of my neighbors, I can't interact with them. And people are going to think that you're being bougie, or you're part of a cult, or you're being stuck up. No, you're separating. You're not in line with everybody. Even some people among our Israelite community, some brothers, you may not align with them either. And that's true. It became lonely, even trying to find love. Because I couldn't align myself with a man who didn't live by the statute and ordinance of the Most High Yah.
Strong. And I want you guys to, like I said before, I really want you guys to take heed to the words that she say. Take heed to everything here. If you guys are watching, if you're viewing, feel free to leave a comment. I check all comments. I will respond to you. If you want to join the live, let me know. You can join the live as well. But I want to warn everyone, now and in the future, if you join in sincerity. I don't deal with debates. I don't deal with negativity. I'm coming with the spirit of Leviticus chapter 19 and the code of conduct, a righteous code of conduct amongst each other. Do not join with folly in mind. If you do, you'll be strictly rebuked, banned, lifetime ban. I only deal with lifetime bans. You only get one chance. It's not two. Because we're all adults and we should conduct ourselves a certain way anyway amongst each other. So basically what I'm telling you guys is I'm not tolerating any foolishness or folly. None. We are so destroyed as a people. You think I got time to play? We are in a bad situation, guys. Just because you are sleepy does not mean that we not woke. It's things to do out here and it's not time to be playing around. So join in sincerity. That's all I ask, guys. Continue. Yeah. So basically what I'm saying to you guys, it's a code of conduct that is going to be reestablished. Right now, we kill each other, we talk about each other, and we hurt each other's feelings, and we kill each other spiritually. We hurt each other emotionally. But for some reason, we think we're not going to get punished. We're going to get punished for that. That's punishable. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do not bear a grudge against your brother. Definitely don't kill them. We're in a bad situation. So, I want to promote the code of conduct in Leviticus chapter 19. So in the midst of this episode of Word of Mouth, this Torah Talk open discussion, you know, we're going to have people coming and going. We're going to have a couple, you know, if you're viewing right now, if you have a question, put it in the comments. This is the time. If you want to join, let me know. This is the time. I don't do a lot of segments where people are able to join and things of that nature. Because when I do video, I'll be locked into what I'm talking about. And sometimes I don't even see the comments. But I have specific segments set aside, set apart to interact with everyone. Because there's always appreciation. But I want to also interact and be able to communicate and gather. So what we're talking about right now is keeping the commandments, guys. You know, and I want to get out some receipts as well. We're going to get out a few receipts. You know, anytime you say stuff, guys, always be prepared and ready to bag it up, explain it, and prove it. So we're going to get a couple scriptures, guys. Excuse me. And we're going to get a couple scriptures concerning the law, statutes, the commandments. I want to drive home the importance of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. It's a lot of he say, she say about should we keep the law, statutes, and commandments? Do we have to? Is it done away with? Let's let the words of the Most High speak. We're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 22, verse 31. I go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 22, verse 31. I go the book of Leviticus, chapter 22, verse 31. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Come on. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 22, verse 31. And ye shall keep my commandments and do them. I am Yah. And ye shall not profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am Yah who hallow you. Thou brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. I am Yah. Verse 31. And ye shall keep my commandments and do them. Keeping the commandments is doing them. You can't keep the commandments if you don't do them. How do you keep the commandments and don't do them? Keep the commandments and do them, guys. Thus saith Yah. Let me give you. Let's talk about it. Why do we need to keep the laws? You know, why do we need to keep the law, statutes, commandments? And is it beneficial? Is it like? So let me break it down to you guys. Thou shalt not steal. How many people out there will feel rested assured if you knew everybody didn't steal? How many of you, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys feel that the world would be better if you was for certain that nobody steals? Would the world be better? Yes or no? Thou shalt not lie. These are rhetorical questions. Everybody knows that the world would be better if everybody obeyed the commandments. When you go somewhere to do business, you know ain't nobody gonna cheat you. How will life be if the people in your circle, you know none of them will lie or steal from you? If all of these people kept the commandments, if your boss kept the commandments, no more unrighteousness at work. If the police keep the commandments, No more unrighteousness with the cops. If the judges and the lawyers keep the commandments, no more unrighteousness at court. Like, what's the problem? Because guess what? Let me let you guys in on the secret. We tried your way already. And when I say your way, I'm talking about not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. The way the church is now, the way the world is now. We already tried that way. How many more of us got to die before we realize this is not it? What more do you need to see that this is not the way? How many more bad things that need to happen to you for you to realize something's going wrong in my life? How many times you got to go to jail before you realize I need to change what I'm doing because I keep going to jail? How many bad things have to happen to you before you realize I am doing something wrong? I'm not really concerned with people saying I shouldn't keep the law, statutes, commandments. I should keep the laws, commandments. I'm more concerned with when I pay attention to your life. Is this person going through hell, or is this person living a pleasant life? And only you know that. I'm not talking about the image that you put in front of everybody. Guess what? You're gonna get your best picture and you're gonna put it on social media. And you want us to believe this is you every day. This perfect picture right here represents you. So when the girl come and visit you and you look like not like that, she's gonna say you catfished me. You know why she said you catfished her? Because you want them to believe that you're perfect all the time. This is what you put in front of the people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what's really going on behind the scenes. Are we living a better life? Are you empty inside? Or are you fulfilled? If you chasing hoes and you trying to have sex all the time, something wrong with you. You're empty. You chasing these girls and thinking they finna give you what you need by having sex all the time. So that's righteous? Are you a prophet or a pimp? Are you spiritual or are you sexual? Which one? Are you using the scriptures to have sex with girls? Are you saying you're righteous to get with that man? Are you dealing with this to get that? We're empty. There is no fulfillment in your life. We don't have fulfillment in our life. You go to work. Guess what you're doing? You on that, the hamster that's on that wheel. We're the hamster on that wheel. That's what we are. That's us. The hamster on the wheel. We running our ass off. We ain't going nowhere. How many girls you need? Listen, let me tell you guys something. We're going back to the ways of righteousness. Every form of wickedness is going to be done away with, and it's going to be out of our sight. The world is being overtaken with evil. It's unbalanced right now. It has to be balanced. The righteous are coming. Because all this wickedness, you think this wickedness is going to just take over? So y'all think the wicked going to run the world? No. That's not how it works. Because the wicked have a job too. I know it's a purpose for them, but that's not that purpose. The wicked is a punishment. The wicked is a punishing tool. The wicked is a tool of punishment. But the wicked, must think they're bigger than the program. All these wicked people, y'all think y'all bigger than the program. You ain't bigger than the program. You are a punishing tool. That's what you are. Okay, let me see if I can bring another guest up. See if I can bring another guest up. The wicked is a punishing tool. But just know this. It's gonna be balanced. It's gonna be balanced. And we're out of balance. It's out of balance. Let me ask you a question. Do it look balanced to you? It's nothing but wickedness running rampant. So much so that the saints have partaked. And guess what? The saints we got amnesia. This is a part of the movie when you start to remember stuff. This is a part of the movie when you have amnesia, and then the people that's around you, that's your handlers, they're the ones that killed your family. They're the ones that stole your history. They're the one that the house that you come over and hang out, that's your house. The millions and millions in that bank account, that's your money. But guess what? This is the part of the movie where you start to remember stuff. And what happened? Hey, we all know what happened in this movie when they start to remember stuff. Guess what? They start to panic. They start to remember. So that means we're gonna have to get this stuff back. Oh no! Now they gotta open the floodgates. The saints are sleeping. The saints are aslumber. The prophets are somewhere packed up. It's a waking time. It's waking time, guys. It's a lot of work to do. And the unwanted ones, the undesireds, it's time to wake from a slumber, the dry bone. Y'all know about them dry bones? They know about them dry bones. Keep the commandments. All this is pertaining to keeping the commandments. You're dry bones, why? Because you don't keep the commandments. You're a slumber, why? Because you don't keep the commandments. The prophets over there packing it up, why? Because they forgot the commandments. We forgot the commandments. It's called amnesia. But guess what? Starting to wake up a little bit. Then you got people like me that's going to help speed up the process. Wake up, Mr. West. Shout out to Yay. He should have, Yay. I like that. And with all these entertainers out there, they starting to wake up. Kodak Black said here, Israelite. Kendrick Lamar said here, Israelite. They're waking up to this stuff. And the entertainers and all the people so a lot of you guys idolize, and a lot of these people out here, they idolize these guys. So what I'm saying is the people that they idolize are starting to wake up. One of the biggest arguments was these guys have huge influence. Why are they influencing them to do bad? Guess what's going to happen now? They're going to start influencing them to do good. All of them. The Most High love all of us. The Most High love the people you hate. Because for some reason we think we bigger than the program too. Let me be the first to tell y'all, we're not special. We're only special because the Most High make us special. The moment you lose the law, the moment you disobey and ignore and abandon the commandments, the law, statutes, commandments, you're not special no more. So think about it. Are you special, or are being obedient making you special? So this is back what the sister was saying earlier. The law, statutes, commandment make you free. She said the law, statutes, commandment make you free. So it's like saying, is it us that's good, or is it the ways, the characteristic and ways and attributes that the law, statutes, commandments give us? If you're a person who had problems stealing stuff, and you be like, okay, I'm gonna follow the law, statutes, commandments, and then you come across the part where it say don't steal, and you sincerely honor it, guess what? You beginning to put away that stuff. So guess what? You good. You're no longer bad. If you're a homosexual, if one of you guys are a homosexual, if it's a homosexual watching it, and you thinking to yourself, I really can see myself getting back to the way I used to be, the way I was born, not being a homosexual no more. Guess what? You can do that. I don't want nobody that's watching this to think that if you did something bad, you can't stop doing the bad and become good. You can. That's the purpose. That's the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation ain't to bash you. The point of the conversation is to encourage you, inspire you to come back to your righteous way. All of y'all have righteous ways. Come back to it. All of y'all have moments of being righteous. And guess what? You know it felt good. That's what feels good. That's what feels you. Not having sex with a woman every day of the week. You think having sex every day of the week gonna fulfill you? If it's fulfilling you, why do you gotta keep doing it? Why do you have to desperately in search of a woman, somebody to have sex with? Every day you wake up, desperately, 100 miles an hour trying to have sex with somebody. And if you fulfill, why are you chasing it? There's something missing. We need to deal with these issues. But the problem is, when you deal with these issues, go to the Most High. Pray about it. You don't have, listen, you can save all the money on all of the shrinks and the therapists. Pray about it. You have to pray about these things. You have a direct connection with the Most High. Why would it's nothing wrong with talking to a person, a therapist, a brother, a sister. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. But who would you rather talk to, a person or Yah? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you can do both. Talk to your therapist and talk to Yah, but talk to Yah first. Because he might give you instruction on that therapist. Talk to Yah first. That's my recommendation. Keep the commandments. I want to get some more on that. Let's get some more on that, guys. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 1. I go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 1. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Therefore, thou shalt love Yah the Elohim and keep his charge and his statutes and his ordinances and his commandments always. And know ye this day, for I speak not with your children that have not known and that have not seen the chastisement of the Lord your Elohim, his greatness, his mighty hand. So, listen, guys. When you read the scriptures, you have to pick up on these small clues. There's clues all in there. Now, I understand that things were translated. Things were took from here to here to here to here to here. But be rested assured, all this stuff was preserved for us right now. All of that was for us to understand what's going on. So don't worry so much about that. But just keying on what it's saying here. Therefore, thou shalt love Yah the Elohim and keep his charge What is that telling me, guys? The way you show you love Yah is to keep the commandments. That's what that means. If you're the father and you're the parent, you got kids, how do they show that they love you? By doing what you say. It's so simple. It's simple, guys. You do not love a person if you don't do what they say. If you in a relationship and that person don't do what you say, they don't love you, and you know it. It's the same with the father. You cannot possibly say you love the Most High and you don't do what He say. Like, what kind of love is that? So this is what we see here. Thou love Yah, the Elohim, and keep His charge and His statutes and ordinances and His commandments always. Always, guys. And if you're a person that feel like the laws are done away with, we don't have to do that stuff. All I say to you is, does it show in your lifestyle? Are you fulfilled? Do you lie? Do you steal? These are all the things that's going to have you in the set apart, holy status. You can't be a good person and don't keep the commandments. You can't. Because the commandments is not some mystical instruction. It's simple. Don't lie. You tell your kids that. Don't steal. You tell your kids that. These are stuff you tell your kids. This is not foreign. This is not like, some stuff you never heard about. This is something you tell everybody. And it's a reason why you tell everybody, because it's written within you. It's written within you. This make you holy. This make you righteous. You're not going to find people that's righteous that don't keep the commandments. And they could be in a whole different spectrum. They could be in a whole different country. They could be in a whole different belief system. But they're going to do these things to be a good person. A good person doesn't steal. A good person doesn't lie. A good person doesn't cheat. These are the basics of a good person. This is for your betterment. Think about all the things that's going on in your life and ask yourself, if I seriously kept the commandments, would my life be better? It's a joy in keeping the commandments. It's a joy in keeping the commandments. Let's go Psalms 119. Go to the book of Psalms. I go to the book of Psalms, chapter 119. I go to the book of Psalms, chapter 119. I go to the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 47. Verse 47. And I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. I will lift up my hands also unto thy commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. Like, we love this stuff. We delight ourselves in the commandments. I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all don't beg. He's not going to beg you, please keep the commandments. It don't work like that. You don't keep the commandments, he don't need you. This is a message. This video is a message. This video is a warning. Y'all not going to do this. Y'all not going to beg you to keep it. If you keep it, that's your reward. If you don't, that's your reward. I'm pleading with you. Y'all plead different. See, I plead like this. Y'all plead with judging people. And when he judges you, it's not going to be too good if you're not obedient. You read about the punishment that comes from Yah. It can get really bad. It's something that you cannot take. So I would recommend that you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and keep you and your family safe. Come on. So my message today in this special episode of Torah Talk, and thank the sister who came through. I really appreciate you, because I see that the live does work. So I appreciate you. This was in the midst of the Keep the Commandments open discussion Torah Talk. This also was a test for the live on the Facebook. So I appreciate you. And the main message here is keep the commandments. Like I always say, if you can keep the rules of the road, you can keep the commandments. You can keep the law, statutes, and commandments. If you can keep the laws of the land, you can keep the laws of Yah. If you can keep the rules of the road, and if you can keep the Constitution, you can keep the laws of Yah. If you're a gangbanger and you can keep your lit, you can keep the laws of Yah. So my message to everyone is keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. And if you're questionable about it, look at all the laws, statutes, and commandments and see if this is something that can align with your life to make you better. If you don't know what all the laws, statutes, and commandments, start with the 10 Commandments and ask yourself, if I did these 10 Commandments, would it align with my life and make it better? I got a huge video coming for you guys tomorrow. 8/16/26. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Rafa Allah. We got a huge video coming for you guys. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Rafa Allah. So, until then, I bid all y'all shalom. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and obey Yah today. Much love.
And before you and whoever you want to share this video with, because they used to say, it's an old saying that the old times used to say. They used to say the revolution will not be televised. See, so, and what that meant is that the type of truth we're talking about won't be on TV, won't be on 2, on CNN. It's going to be like we're doing from word of mouth.